Well, you ever get that notice from your cable company that due to renegotiation of our contracts with such and such companies, you might lose your particular network channel or movie channel or one of your favorite channels or your news or anything like that? Well, that continues to happen a lot. I mean, I myself, recently Verizon was about to, they were renegotiating, I think, Nexstar on that. So it was like a whole slew of network and independent stations on there that we were going to lose. But they resolved it and everything worked out. Now, currently, I think the only one that's really out there that's still left, and it's been a big fight on there, is between Disney and YouTube. I mean, during the election, it's basically Disney was begging YouTube to reinstate at least ABC, so at least people can watch the election results, but they refused. They said, well, there's plenty out there they can watch it anywhere else. But it seems like, to this whole situation, and I keep saying this, a lot of the situations that's been going on, these mergers, these acquisitions, these points where certain companies, they're forcing cable companies to bend the knee to pay them more money for their networks, and vice versa. Some of them may violate the law, and no one has done nothing to remedy this situation, possibly until now. But before we start, I just want to take this moment to tell you to drop a comment, like, share, and most importantly, please, just take this moment, subscribe to our channel. We're well over, I think it's 1435 right now, trying to get to 1500 before the end of the year. And remember, the end of the year is just only weeks away. Thanksgiving is just a couple of weeks away. Christmas is a couple of weeks away. New Year's Eve is a couple of weeks away.
Turn it off. Turn it off. Stop. Stop. Stop it. Stop it. Stop.
Yeah, we're at that point level. This is the point where a lot of people, when we get to the holiday season, viewership drops off just a little bit. But, if you take that moment to subscribe, that will help us push up the algorithm, keep us going during the slow part of the season. And if you wish to step one step beyond, as the song says, we do have a merch shop. We're running 10% off right now. VPN10 is the promo code. Great shirts, mugs. Hey, like I said, the holidays are around the corner. You might want to get something for Christmas to that point. Also, we do have a way for you to donate if you want to give us a cup of coffee or something like that. It is in the description below. If you want to take that moment on there, there's no obligation to that, but it does help us in the end. So thank you once again. So from Deadline, Disney YouTube TV carriage fight is breaking antitrust laws, FCC rules, Sinclair CEO says. Chris Ripley, CEO of the TV station giant Sinclair, ripped Disney and YouTube's ongoing carriage fight for depriving audiences of local programming and running afoul of federal regulations. Speaking to Wall Street analysts during the company's third quarter earnings call Wednesday, Ripley called on the government regulators to ramp up their investigation of network affiliate relations in the light of the carriage fights. He said the tangles, particularly ones involving MVPDs like YouTube TV, Hulu Plus, Live TV, and others, represent an antitrust issues and hurt local viewers and local journalism. ABC stations, along with Disney networks like ESPN, have been unable to YouTube's 10 million subscribers since last Thursday. The bitter standoff has been the most high profile of the year, given the scale of combatants and the timing of it in the middle of the football season and also election season. It is also just one of the string of battles between the growing YouTube and major programmers in recent months. Hispanic broadcasters. Univision has been dark on YouTube TV since late September in one such impasse. Sinclair Ripley conceded his experience the downsides of YouTube's growth, including blackouts of its affiliate regional sports network, but executives focused on his remarks on traditional network affiliate relationships, which have been the key issue for FCC Chairman Brendan Carr. While Ripley hasn't specific about the FCC probe he had in mind, he was unlikely referring to one announced by Carr last July to look into Comcast and NBC Universal. Carr has said the investigation was spurred by reports of NBC trying to exert financial leverage over the affiliates by citing their public interest obligations. As local broadcasters, we have no to say whether our content and the content we pay to air will be distributed to local viewers. Ripley says of YouTube TV, Hulu Plus Live TV, and similar internet delivery services. This was clearly not the intent of the Telecommunications Act of 1996 and seems to be, from our perspective, an antitrust issue as well. This dispute and others like it continue to hurt local viewers and local journalism and the ecosystem of global journalism. So as many broadcasters have discussed with the FCC and the antitrust regulators, we believe this practice needs to be stopped. ABC and other broadcast networks, he added, should not be able to dictate to us whether we can or cannot distribute content to YouTube TV. FCC, he noted, had opened up an investigation into the network affiliation practices that hurt local broadcasters. We are seeing those hurtful practices play out in front of our eyes as viewers are missing local news, local sports, particularly concerning in that consumers are now being forced to buy more streaming services from one of the parties in dispute to get content that they literally already pay for. We call on Congress, the FCC, antitrust regulators to further review and to stop the harm to local broadcasters and local viewers. But see the other half of this. You know, there's been a lot of changes. I mean, I remember when it was must carry. They used to have that must carry law, which basically the cable companies and all that, they had to carry certain stations, and then they changed that in 96. But the other thing is, you know, you got free streaming out there. Even on YouTube. And, you know, when they say the news and stuff like that, I can get the news free, whether it's on regular YouTube, not YouTube TV. I can get it on Tubi TV. I can get it on Pluto TV. And most of the fast channels on there that I'm able to get this. I mean, they should be put that on top of that. I mean, YouTube TV, I think, basically is going up in price once again, which that should be investigated on there. I mean, why do we continue to increase on there? But meanwhile, channels like myself and others are having problems trying to get our programming out there, that they're basically being shoved aside. You know, this has been always an issue. And, you know, it's a shame. It is a darn shame. I mean, I'll tell you honestly, for those of you out there who've had these situations where you lose your network television on that, remember, you still have antennas out there. You're able to receive these channels via the antenna. Other than that, there are certain channels that are available on regular YouTube, and fast channels. Take that moment to pay attention out there to, you know, what is available to you. You know, don't be held up by the corporate greed situation on either side of this situation. In this case, it goes a little both ways for Disney and YouTube. You know, they're fighting over, you know, situations which they shouldn't be. They shouldn't be at all, knowing that some of their channels can be received in other, you know, freely out there on regular broadcast airwaves. But we'll keep monitoring this. So just let me know in the comments. What's your thoughts? You know, should this be investigated? Should it not be? I mean, I believe it should be. They need to. Brendan Carter needs to put his foot down on this particular situation. This is a major issue that has been going on for decades. Has never been resolved properly. So once you comment, be sure to like and share the video, and also don't forget to subscribe. Just to let you know, programming note, Mondays has now become the new home for the Madman Cafe. It is on 8 p.m. live. It's 8 p.m. Eastern. Let me put that in perspective. 8 p.m. Eastern live right here on YouTube. Also on X and on Rumble. So you have 3 places to see it. And see, I got programming in 3 different places. But yeah, and we'll have guests on and stuff like that. We did a good show on there. We'll be putting out shorts of those things if you missed it. Some of the best parts of it, or just basically important parts. Also, don't forget sci-fi. In fact, this week, Sci-Fi Snobs Babylon 5 retrospective. This week is the season finale of season 2. If you haven't seen the trailer for season 3, which I created for Snob's channel, do check it out. It's on his channel on there. You're able to see it. But I will be in attendance live on his channel this Wednesday, 11 p.m. Eastern on YouTube. And don't forget his Top Lofty Lounge. That's on Sunday nights, 11 p.m. Eastern. That is potluck of choice as far as subject matters. So do check it out. You never know what he's going to put on that night on there. So until next time, thank you for tuning in. We'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye now.